Mom Training Podcast with Diana Ballard.
Hey, it's Diana. I was scared to become a mom. I was self-employed, traveled around the world, and I was afraid I'd lose myself, my ambition, be restricted, and be a hot mess. I started interviewing hundreds of moms to figure out what skill sets and mindsets I needed to keep my future family a priority and have the time, energy, and resources to achieve my own goals and hobbies. Each week we discuss how to run a successful household and enjoy your roles as mom, spouse, housewife, and individual. Come learn how to create the life you want while having a family. I'm glad you're here. Hey ladies, it is 4 a.m. right now. I've been up since 3:30. We came back from Italy last week on Wednesday or Thursday or however the time change is, and jet lag is still kicking my butt. It's been like a week almost, and yeah, me and my baby are still not on full schedule, and I think it's probably because I have a baby that's still getting up in the night, so my body's like, what time is it and what are we doing? So hopefully we'll get back into our normal sleep schedule eventually. But I am coming at you early this morning, and how are you doing? How is the Christmas planning, the holiday season going? We're getting real close to Christmas Day. So I hope you're finding peace and enjoying your time with your family and the season. So for most of us, we may be thinking, what is the best gift that we can get our friends and family? Do we just get them something random, or are we trying to go for something meaningful? The world right now is focused on material things, yet searching for happiness more than ever. There's nothing wrong with giving and receiving gifts, but there's no real substance in material things. Getting new things is fun, exciting, and brings joy, but it doesn't last, and we find ourselves searching for the next new thing, a new pick-me-up. So we're going to talk about the best gift today. And this is something that is so simple, but means the world to pretty much anyone you come in contact with. The best gift that we could give anyone is connection and acknowledging someone's existence. Now, we may think that that's obvious, and maybe you already do a great job of this, but could we be better? Could we notice the toddler as we're caught on our phone, or our husbands as they come and go each morning and night? Could we call our grandma, mom, or sister a little more? Or give a smile and a nod to the cashier at the grocery store, the lady in the hallway at church, or the old man at the gas station? To be able to take our eyes off our phone and out of our bubble, or staring off into the distance, just taking that little moment to let people know that we see them. As we acknowledge that people are physically standing there, all it is a smile, a nod, a hello, and it can show someone that they matter and that they're important and that you care about their existence. You don't even have to do anything other than just care in that moment that they are a living being. It's just a whole manner of respect that we can have for anything living, is just acknowledging its beauty. You know, that's a beautiful tree. That's a beautiful person. This is a beautiful moment. But literally just acknowledging that someone is alive shows that you care in that moment. And literally is something so simple that you can do personally every day to help make the world a better place. So if you want to do one simple thing to help mankind, just come out of your bubble with a smile and a simple hello. You don't have to invite them over for dinner, have a 10-minute conversation, or be their best friend. Just say, hey, make contact, maybe wave, do something to let the person in your presence know that they are seen. And in 1 second of a moment, that could mean everything to them and influence their choices for the rest of that day. Making them feel like someone saw me today. Someone showed me that I mattered. And that is the most beautiful gift that you can give someone. So I want to use a simple example. How does it feel when someone comes to talk to a friend next to you and doesn't say a word to you, or even worse, doesn't even look at you or smile or anything? It feels awful. Then we find ourselves standing there smiling, pretending it's not bothering us, or we get on our phone to check out and ignore that we're being ignored. But overall, it doesn't feel good at all. So our goal is, as emotionally intelligent beings, is not to be that person. Not to be someone who contributes to loneliness, but be someone who is socially aware of others and creates community with a smile at a time. And that doesn't mean you have to look at everyone in your 20-foot radius and make sure that each person is seen. But if you cross the path of someone, they stand next to you, or you get an opportunity, let the person know you see them. It's really that simple. Acceptance comes from moments like that. A kind facial expression, a simple hey, can go a long way. Now let's bring this all home. Literally home. I want you to notice how often you acknowledge your own kids and family and how many times you don't. I don't know about you, but there have been times when my kids will have to yell, "Mom! Mom! Mom!" before they pull me away from something I'm working on, being on the phone with a friend for a long time, or getting stuck on social media. Do you notice your kids acting up, pulling at your legs, trying to get your attention? This is them seeking you to acknowledge them. The scariest part for me is with our husbands. When we stop acknowledging our spouse, we start to grow apart and we don't care as much about the connection, which can lead to so many more problems in the future. So focusing specifically on my husband's relationship has been something that I have really been working on, because I've seen myself as I've started to get more busy with adding a third kid, working a lot more on things that I'm passionate about. I'm like, oh, wow, I have not been working on this relationship with my husband or doing as good of acknowledging when he comes and when he leaves. And just that is one area that I do not want to have huge problems in, because I need my husband. I love my husband. And it's as simple as taking a little bit more time, looking up from the phone, setting it down, and spending time together. So I know that we do so much for our family, and we already try so hard to give our husbands and kids what they need. But if you want to give the greatest gift to someone special this holiday season, it's to love them and show them you care by getting out of your own bubble and seeing people, to acknowledge them and to be present with them. During sports in high school, my coach would always say, your presence is the best present. So be the best present this year and forward, and show you care. Put your phone down a little more, say no to one more thing that takes your time away from your family, and be there. It doesn't mean you're just sitting there staring at your kids or husband every second, or not be able to step away to do the dishes or work on a project, be a part of something or whatever. But let yourself look at people, smile at people, acknowledge their existence, and together we can make this world a better place. You are the greatest gift, Mom. You being there and loving them is what they're going to remember, and is what they really want. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and enjoy this time with your family. I'm excited for this next year with the podcast. I hope you'll join us in the beginning of January as we start to work on some really cool things. And we'll see you next week, next Tuesday on the Mom Training Podcast. Hit subscribe so you don't miss anything. You can hit me up on social media at Diana Ballard Live or on my website at dianaballard.com. See you next week.